Welcome to Get to Know the Speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Jaslyin Qiyu, who is founder, Mad About Marketing Consulting. She will be joining as a speaker, and her topic is humanizing marketing, keeping personalization alive in the age of AI during the Digital Marketing, Advertising and Technology Confex happening in Dubai on 17 and 18 October 2024. Hi Jaslyn, welcome to the chat show.
Hi, Ayush. Thanks for having me here.
So, Jaslyn, please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Sure. Yep. So currently, I'm the founder, as you mentioned, at About Marketing Consulting. So basically, the company provides marketing advisory services to marketing CMOs and as well as their C-suites on transformation of their marketing teams in terms of the processes, the people, as well as the platforms. And that laddering up to as well brand transformation, customer experience, MarTech, content, social, all different aspects of marketing. So the difference between how I work as compared to how traditional agencies work is they tend to look at more channel specific aspects of marketing. Whereas for my end, I look at the holistic integrated aspects, deep diving into the 3 Ps that I mentioned, and then bridging the gaps from there. Before then, I start to work on the narrative of their brand, their value proposition, and so on. So that's essentially stems from my background because before that I spent close to about over 20 years on both B2B as well as B2C industries, starting from public agencies, advertising agencies, all the way to consultancies, as well as banking and finance industries. So throughout my career as marketeer, I've seen, the ugly side of marketing, the beautiful side of marketing, as well as how marketing should actually do, which is actually a sales and business enabler. So I'm hoping to bring that back to the marketing table to help to uplift the marketing people's reputation and help them to have a seat at the strategic table together with their CEO as well as COOs.
Yeah, I think it was quite exciting to knowing about journey. So, tell us your excitement for our event.
Yes, so I actually took part in DigiConfex. I think a year-ish ago. That was also during COVID times, and it was a virtual one. I remember I was on a panel for mobile, and it was very well attended. It was very well facilitated, and I'm very impressed with the speakers as well that I was sharing the virtual stage with. So then when Mitzi contacted me again, and this time in Dubai, it's also, a place where I wanted to go back to because I've been there, I think more than a decade ago, and I just want to see how much it has changed. I think there are a lot of things, exciting things happening in Dubai and at the forefront of marketing, MarTech, everything exciting about technology, AI, Gen AI. So I think you guys made the right decision to go to Dubai for this one. So definitely very excited to go there.
Yeah. So, moving forward, I have some questions for you today. My first question is, please tell us about journey and how you ended up setting up Mad About Marketing Consulting.
Sure. So, when I first started in advertising, I was more of a content copywriter, as well as I did some account servicing and account management as well. So that gave me a good taste of how agency life is, how they are being structured, how they start, work with clients and stuff. And then later on in my career, when I moved to consultancy, EY, Kantar, and so on, I had a better taste as to the solutions that they have been selling to the clients. And I also know how much they know about marketing, or at least how little they know about marketing, which means then that I spent about a year thinking as well how I wanted to start my business. What is my value proposition when I start going out to clients that I can actually plug a gap out there in the market? And there is a gap based on my experience working on the inside, leading marketing transformation, working with consultants and seeing how consultants as well as agencies work. So the gap is clearly that they don't have an insider perspective of how CMOs are, the challenges that CMOs are facing, the challenges that their own teams are facing. So as business consultants, for example, they might work with clients to structure organization-wide kind of restructuring. But very often, because they don't have a good understanding of marketing, in terms of its capability as well as potential, then sometimes marketing is left to its own demise, or, is left in some weird box, or, just left there to figure out themselves, or worse, they get cut completely, at the first instance, because they see them as a cost center. So I think before that is allowed to happen, I do hope that marketeers can sit up and then work with me so that I can help them to help themselves to transform so that they can move towards being more digitally enabled, sales enabled, looking at things with a commercial mindset and commercial acumen so that we are doing kind back to the value proposition of what company is supposed to deliver for clients. So basically, that is how it stems from, my passion to help people solve their problems.
I think it was great knowing about your journey of how you set up your org. So my next question will be, please give us your views on how marketeers need to evolve their knowledge and exposure.
Yeah, so I think firstly, marketing people, we've been working so hard, and a lot of marketing people, because they work so hard and they're so driven and passionate about what they do, they just hide amongst all their work and they forget about themselves. They forget that they still need to keep abreast of what's happening out there in terms of the industry. So they don't attend conferences like DIGITALCONFEX, for example, which I think is very important because while we are working hard, we need to know that the industry is changing rapidly. Marketing has changed so much for the last decade. Just last year, we were talking about the metaverse, we were talking about Web3. And then a few years ago, we started talking about VR and AR, right? And then now this year, everything is about Gen AI and how that's changing marketing. So I think essentially in a nutshell, while we are passionate about work, precisely we need to know what's happening out there. We need to keep abreast. We need to attend conferences. We need to do courses outside of our core remit, so that we can bring that knowledge back to our work and then make our work even more efficient for ourselves and also for our teams and the companies that we are in.
Yeah, so my next question is, why the role of CMO shouldn't be underestimated?
Yeah, so I know there's this trend right now where some CMOs have been displaced. A lot of companies starting to think that maybe they don't even need a CMO, or rather they want to expand the role of a CMO. So I've seen that coming, which is why personally I've kept myself abreast of different aspects of marketing, or, not strictly just marketing, but also customer experience, technology, and then now MarTech and all the latest Gen AI, data analytics, and so on. So I think that's how essentially the role of the CMO will evolve. They are going to be expected to be more than just traditional marketeers. That means not just looking at digital marketing even, but having a good understanding of sales, co-owning sales targets. That's one thing. I think it's important for CMOs to understand and appreciate. Full funnel marketing is really basic requirement now. You need to know how that impacts customer experience, customer delivery, how all your digital journeys are impacted. You need to have an appreciation of how the digital journeys work, be it on your digital platforms, on the web, or on your mobile apps. Sales enablement on those channels, I think that's something that CMOs also need to look at right now. And then, of course, talk to tech partners as an equal on the table, because you have the marketing knowledge. You know what those MarTech tools are meant to be for. Whereas for tech, they look at cost. They look at different requirements. They look at the very technical specifics, like whether, it can integrate with the rest of your tools or platforms. But then CMOs will bring to the conversation how they are actually going to use those tools, how those tools is actually going to help the company and their team save time, save resources, and be more efficient, as well as be able to sell better in the long run. So then that's why I think the CM role is more to be evolved rather than to be cut away completely, and definitely not to be underestimated. Yeah.
I think you explained very nicely about the role of CMO.
Mm.
So my last question for today will be, please tell us about your hobbies or what you like to do in your pastime.
Yeah, so I love traveling. Me and my husband, we make it a point to travel at least once a quarter. And if we're not traveling, then we are fine dining, yes, or singing karaoke. That's a few of what I like to do, and I do like to read quite a bit. Now I'm into spiritual learning, so I just finished my basic course in Reiki for beginners. So things that I like to meditate now when I have time, just to clear my mind.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm a bit more
it is good.
balanced.
Yeah. So thanks, Jaslyin. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. Any word for our participants who will be joining in the conference?
Yes, so very excited. Looking forward to meet everybody in person, and I want to make sure that everybody flies there on time. Be there for the 2 full days. Don't miss out on any of the sessions. See you guys.
Yeah, great, good to know. Thanks for your time today, Jaslyin. And to all the participants,
Thank you.
don't miss our session happening on Digital Marketing, Advertising and Technology Confex on 17 and 18 October, presented by Digital Confex in Dubai. Get a great chance to connect with her in person. See you soon, Jaslyin.
Thank you. See you as well.